of my junior friends are terrified right now. They think AI is going to take their jobs. And they aren't alone. A recent survey showed that 62% of computer science departments are reporting a massive drop in undergraduate enrollments. Students are so afraid that they're abandoning actual software engineering to take AI classes. My name is Nahar. I've been programming since I was 12. If this trend continues, we're walking into a massive shortage of actual developers. If people don't get into computer science, then we will have a shortage. And not only that, those who are getting into it are using vibe coding as a means to be lazy. And despite what the executives are telling you, AI isn't going to replace us. One of the greatest feats in marketing was convincing the world that a large language model is artificial intelligence. I'm not sure how they came up with that, right? How they convinced everybody. Because it's not even close to being intelligent. Machines have been around for decades. In 1949, Edmund C. Berkeley claimed mechanical brains could learn, apply instructions, and make choices. In 1956, Maniac first beat a human at chess. In 1962, Arthur Samuel's code crushed a human at checkers. Every single decade, they build a machine that can do math faster, and every single decade, they tell us that the human mind is obsolete. It was a lie, man. It's obviously a lie now. If you listen to tech executives, they'll tell you that the game is already over. In an interview, Dario, or Boris, they say that coding is officially solved.
But coding is easier to solve, I think. It's also very commercially valuable.
I think coding is going away first, or coding is being, done by the AI models.
AI makes the easy easier and the harder harder. AI writes features, not architecture. The longer you let it try without constraints, the worse the wreckage gets. You get technical debt to such a degree that you just throw the project away and start over. If you think that's an exaggeration, look at the AI Engineering Report 2026. It tracked 22,000 developers over 2 years. The data shows that code churn has increased by a staggering amount, 861%, and 54% increase in bugs. 7 out of 10 times I find myself rewriting the code because it's not good enough. AI-generated code presents a specific and underappreciated challenge for reviewers too. It often looks superficially correct, like I said. Look at this telemetry data collected by Intelligence AI. It tracks more than 2,000 companies. For every single dollar a company spends on AI coding tools, only 18 cents actually result in a shipped product. So where does the rest of the money go? It gets burned up, cleaning up the AI's mess. 44 cents go straight into fixing AI-generated bugs, 27 cents is completely wasted on reworking useless code, and the rest is lost to review friction and context switching. It just confirms what we already know, that some of the AI code is just rewritten to be good enough. Sometimes AI can generate exactly what you want, or most of the time it's just a template to get started. But when developers lazily treat these raw templates like finished production-ready code, it literally blows up. You can look at the Amazon, AWS, and Codeflare stuff and GitHub. You already know most of them. This report reveals that 43% of AI-generated code still requires manual debugging in production after passing quality checks. Why? Because AI only makes you faster when you don't know what you're doing and makes you slower when you do. Since 2024, we've been months away from AGI, months away from AI writing all of your code, months away from AI getting your job. What happened to that? Most models are way too generalistic, while software is specific, and hallucination is the worst problem that can't be fixed due to the way LLMs work. They're just a probability guesser, and when it's a guess, it's not a certainty. The other thing is prompt injections. Michael Hashimoto put a hidden instruction in his dispositive profile. When vibe coders let their AI engine automatically generate pull requests, the AI got prompt injected, exposing the developer's laziness. Let's assume all of these problems are just fixed. Right, let's just assume so. Can LLMs get better? One massive issue is that the scale and cost of hardware. A typical 1 gigawatt AI data center requires $38 billion in upfront capital cost. And Nigel Co said that companies that supply electrical and cooling equipment for data centers used to have a backlog of 3 to 4 quarters. Now have a backlog of extending to 3 to 5 years. And that's not even mentioning that you need to be up to date, or that these data centers basically become obsolete in the next generation of graphics card that releases. So we've hit a limit. In 2025, they have used all the data that is out there, and now there is no more. Synthetic data is not enough to give significant improvements. At best, 10 to 20%. What changed in 2025 is that the training expenses started shifting from pre-training to post-training. Post-training is what they call thinking. It's not really thinking, it's just correcting itself 100,000 times. Frontier labs are now spending substantial fraction of their training budget on RL pipelines that take an already good base model and turn it into a substantially, not really smarter one, but that's what this research that I'm reading says, and it turns it to substantially smarter one. It doesn't. The recipe is what tasks to train on, what reward signals to use, and how to prevent reward hacking has become its own comparative surface. So it was training data, and now we have a bunch of other things too. Now AGI is technically impossible. Infrastructure cannot expand fast enough, and it is very expensive. There is no more data to train on. How much more can they innovate to improve LLMs to the point of AGI? LLMs will get better, but they won't be getting any better to the point of solving all the issues raised anytime soon. If ever. They say AGI this month, AGI the next month. It's not happening. I don't believe it's ever going to be happening if they are basing it on LLMs. LLMs is just, like I said, probability guess, okay? It doesn't have intelligence. It doesn't actually have a brain, okay? It doesn't work like a human brain. That's why this video was made, to tell you and to prove to you that AI, it's simply a tool. It's simply a tool that you use, and the way you use it also matters a lot. So that might be a future video. Thank you for watching.